Hello, dear students. I hope you are well. Welcome to today's session. Let's make shadows, shall we? Quickly get a torch and shine it on the wall. Can you see a circular shaped light on the wall? Now, I want you to keep shining the torch on the wall and place your hand in front of the torch, like so. What do you see now? Yes, the shadow of your hand. Now you know that shadows are formed when light is blocked, right? Today we will read a poem on shadow. The name of the poem is My Shadow. This poem was written by Robert Louis Stevenson a long time ago. Come, let's read the poem. My Shadow by Robert Louis Stevenson. I have a little shadow that goes in and out with me, and what can be the use of him is more than I can see. He is very like me from the heels up to the head, and I see him jump before me when I jump into bed. Funniest thing about him is the way he likes to grow, not at all like proper children, which is always very slow. For he sometimes shoots up taller like an India rubber ball, and he sometimes gets so little that there's none of him at all. Did you like reading this poem? What is this poem about? Yes, it talks about shadows in a fun and rhythmic manner. Notice how the use of rhyming words makes the poem nice to read and listen to. Grow, slow, ball, all, these words rhyme and makes this rhythmic effect. Memorize the poem and recite it with your benchmate. It will be so much fun. Let me now summarize the stanzas from the poem My Shadow for you. But before that, I want you to meet the poet. This is Robert Louis Stevenson, or R.L. Stevenson as he was called. He lived a long time ago. He was a very popular author and poet. Now I will summarize the two stanzas for you. The poet, in the first stanza, the poet says that he has a little shadow that follows him everywhere. It looks exactly like the poet and does exactly what the poet does. The poet does not understand what's the use of the shadow. He doesn't find the shadow useful. In the second stanza, next stanza, the poet compares the shadow with other children. He says, it's funny how the shadow keeps changing its shape. Sometimes it becomes too large and sometimes becomes so small that it can't be seen. This is at all not how proper children grow. He compares the shadow to a rubber ball, because if you bounce a rubber ball, it can jump very high. And just like the rubber ball, the shadow also grows tall suddenly. I hope you enjoyed reading the poem. Now let's discuss some word meanings from the poem. The first word is heel. What is heel? The back part of the foot below the ankle. We all have heels. Proper. Something that is normal and can usually be seen or experienced. Shoots up means grows quickly. India rubber ball. A ball made of rubber from the rubber trees grown in India. It's time for quiz. And my first question is, who wrote the poem My Shadow? You have two options on screen. The first option is Robert Louis Stevenson, and option number 2 is Ruskin Bond. What would be the correct answer? And you are absolutely right. The correct answer is option 1, Robert Louis Stevenson. Very good job. Let's move to the second question. How do proper children grow according to the poet? Option 1, very fast. Option 2, very slow. And what would be the correct answer? Very good. Option 2, very slow. Good job. What an amazing session we had today. We know now how shadows are formed. We read a lovely poem on shadow. Go ahead, imagine different creatures and things and try to make them using shadows of your hands. It will be so much fun. I will meet you next time with another fun session. Goodbye.